Hey guys, how's it going? Today we're going to be taking a look at Gods and Heroes, the Roman-based MMO from Heatwave Interactive. This game is still in beta and is scheduled for release June 21st. Let's go ahead and take a look at the character creator. We're going to start out by picking our class. Looks like we have Gladiator, Mystic, Priest, and Soldier. Nomad and Scout are to be installed later on. You also get to choose one of two gods. Each one provides different benefits and abilities as you go along and play the game. I've chosen the Mystic here, which is basically a mage. Now here are some of the basic customization features you find in most games nowadays. You can change faces, hair color, and body type. And over to the right there are some sliders where you can adjust things in a little more detail. You do also get to choose a combination of two colors to make up your outfit. Now choose a classy name, and we're good to go. Now here we are in the starting area. As we take a look around, I'll go ahead and let you know that I'm not going to show you quest for quest everything that goes on in the starting zone. It is pretty standard fare and is actually quite boring, so we're going to skip past a lot of it and just kind of show the highlights of what's going on, some of the artwork, and some of the fighting abilities. Now the storyline behind the starting area has changed a couple of times since the initial beta opened up. Originally you were captured on a slave ship that had crashed on this beach here. I think the story now is something along the lines that you were off doing great things in battle and return home to find the homelands under siege. A couple of the abilities we've got here are a fireball we can hurl in things' faces and a type of mage armor for our personal protection. Now after visiting the first quest hub, we picked up a couple of quests that are basically go kill so many of these and collect so many of those. So let's go out there and get these done. First thing we're going to do is go out and kill some faunus. Now these here, I'm actually impressed with the character model. I really like these a lot. They're quite creepy looking. And now we've got to go find and kill first mate Zeret. And there he is. Let's hit him with a couple of fireballs and he should be dead. And back to the quest hub for the turn-in. As far as the artwork so far, the character models of the tunes you play aren't overly impressive. The terrain and some of the mobs you're tasked to kill are actually quite nice though. And then we move on to the next questing hub. Pick up a quest. And look at there, it's another go out and kill so many of this. So we're gonna go around the corner here and try and take some of this stuff out. And we're looking for the giant cobras. There it is. Fireball to the face. And another one, and it's dead. As you can see, sometimes the health bars have a little lag in their reaction time, so you're not always entirely sure whether or not something's dead when you hit it the first time. Now these are just standard kill quests, so let's move on to something a little more interesting.
Listen well, for the god of revelry offers a toast to his child. Yes, I am your father, and my immortal power fills you to the brim. would say more, but I must depart, as the servants of Bacchus have need of me. Let this manifestation of my divinity guide you.
What kind of Roman hero would I be if I wasn't the son of a god? Now after that, things die back down into generic kill quests again. This guy here wants us to go up here and kill his brother. He seems to be doing something to contaminate the water supply. So we're going to oblige him and kill his sibling with some fireballs. We've moved on to the next quest hub, but now we're going to start to get a little bit into what this game is actually really about. This is a minion control game, basically a pet game. You're going to start out, we're going to assign this character here onto our team, and then we're going to go over and take a look at the minion control panel. Now from here we can look at the different types of minions available to us, which characters we can bring into our squad. Right now we can only have one member in our squad, so we'll bring her over and summon her out. Once you have squad members out, you also get a little control panel down in the bottom right hand corner. As you can see, we can control formations as well as what abilities these characters are going to use. As I said, for right now I can only have one character in my squad. By the time I was level 6, however, I was in an area that allowed up to 5 characters in a squad. So a lot of this game revolves around controlling your squad of minions and having them assist you along the way. Now this mechanic really intrigues me, and I'm actually excited to get to the point where I'm controlling more than one squad member at a time. Now, having just acquired my first squad member, I really would have liked to have seen the next quest be an attempt to allow me to learn to use this member. Instead, we end up in a small harbor town destroying cages to free prisoners. Not exactly the quest I would have expected right after picking up the squad member, but we'll go ahead and get it done and move on to the next area, which actually allows us to utilize our new tool. And of course, as a mage, I chose a squad member with a sword and a shield to protect me while I stand away from danger and shoot things with fireballs. So we send her in first, and there we go. Just like any other pet game so far, we've just got the one character, so she goes in first, tanks the mob for me, and lets me rain down fire. All the quests through the end of the starting area here are pretty much the same generic kill quests, so let's skip ahead to the final stage. Now we're going to step inside the Telkinus Temple, kind of a little mini dungeon. You almost killed me, huh? You're right, I'm the son of a god. Alright, it appears that there's a giant statue come to life in the next room, and apparently nobody here wants to step in there and do anything about it, so I guess that's going to be left up to me and my little minion here. We're also going to find Valonius once we escape from here. And here is a nice example of the more adult-oriented content that they have now added to this game. Some language, some sexual innuendo, and he wants us to go rescue some of his shipmates that are captured along the way here. So I guess we can do that. And I suppose there's the giant statue come to life that I was just told about. Send the minion in, let her do my dirty work. There again, the health bar is a little slow to respond to what's going on here. That can definitely be addressed and fixed easily. Slap the cage, we've already done that before. And move on to the next room. Here I am getting lost, and if you've seen my Global Agenda videos, you know I'm pretty good at that. I have a tendency to get turned around and lose my way. But luckily we're back on track right here. Sling some fireballs. Kill some bad guys. Nothing terribly exciting going on here. Killing some bad guys, killing some prisoners. This was different enough, however, that once I first came in here, I did get a little excited again, a little reinvigorated to play the game. Well, it's not all bad, despite the fact that we're doing some of the same stuff we've been doing the entire time. Let's get out of here and move around. There's one of the prisoners. Wow, she doesn't seem to be in a big hurry to get away. I guess that's a good thing, because here's some more bad guys. Take them out with some fireballs. The more I look back and the more I see the gameplay that is just like everything else that you've ever done in an MMO, the more I'm anxious to kind of get to the part where I'm controlling multiple squad members and having them run formations to accomplish different things. We will definitely be coming back to this in the next few days and taking a look at some of the more advanced gameplay. Let's go ahead and get these guys killed, and I believe we're just about out of this little dungeon area. Now let's head outside. There's Valonius, and in the background, giant creatures and a giant vortex of dark and fire. Looks a lot like a rift, doesn't it? Oh, just what we needed, giant scorpions. Let's get some of those dead. And this is the last little stretch through the zone. I think got a few more guys, and we're just about ready to exit out of the starting area. Here we are, fireballing some more guys. We make our way further down the path. That final guy, and here we are, the big baddie boss, last guy of the area. Send in the minion, fling some fireballs. Nothing real spectacular going on here either. Would have liked to seen something a little more in depth, like one mechanic or something for this, to make it at least a little bit interesting. You don't have to make it where people can necessarily get one-shotted or anything like that, but spice it up a little bit. It's been pretty generic and dull going through this for the most part, I will have to say. And that is it for the starting area. From here we're going to take a look at our little home camp. Here we are in our base camp area. We're going to be given some quests that just kind of give us a tour of what's going on here and some of the people that are in our camp with us that will assist us along our way, including blacksmiths and things of that sort. There's also the equivalent of a bank here to hold some of your belongings and items you picked up along your adventures. We have a dog there too walking around. Heatwave says they've got big plans for this area. They're basically going to make it where you can have buildings added to it that are going to give you different benefits and buffs and such along the way. Pretty similar to player housing, except you've got a whole homestead area here instead of just one little house to go into. Well guys, this is it for our first look at Gods and Heroes Rome Rising. We will be back in the next few days to take a look at some of the more advanced gameplay later on, including multiple members of a squad available at one time. If you've liked what you've seen, don't forget to thumbs up the video and subscribe to my channel. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.